Greetings and hallelujah. No, I'm just playing. Greetings. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? I guess today or tonight. Could be tonight where some of you guys are. It is almost 5:30 p.m. here. So technically it is the evening. So happy Saturday. Good evening to you guys. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let me make sure the sound is good. Let's make sure the connection is good. I'm just going to do a general while I have some time to do it. I have the space. I have the dining room table to myself because I feel like I can just read and like it's way more space for me. So rather than, yeah. Okay. All right. Forgot. Let's do this. I forgot you could do that. Ooh, not too much. Hold on. That's good. Okay, I was doing too much. I had it way too close. Okay. Y'all gonna have to mind me. Don't mind me, okay? All right, so greetings, you guys. I don't know what we're gonna read about. I felt guided to use my Divine Energy Oracle, and I'm gonna use the Rider-Waite Tarot. I've been called to use this deck a lot lately, the Rider-Waite. But yeah, so let's tap in a general sense, see what messages we get. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the tarot and then we're gonna do the oracle. It's hot as shit in LA, y'all. And like back home, they got excessive heat warnings. And I'm just like, I thought I was gonna be able to escape that. I've been here for almost a month, so it actually when I first got here, the weather was actually good. It was nice. Now all of a sudden it's just like hot as shit, but that's to be expected, I guess, this time of year. Yeah, so hi Sam, hey sis, how are you? Happy Saturday. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Any fathers in the building? Happy Father's Day. Hey Ro, how are you? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Can't complain. Other than this weather, that's the only thing I'm really complaining about. It's just too sticky. You know, that sticky, humidity. Ugh. No bueno. Yeah, so. All right. Let's start off with the tarot. No shade. Okay, Gemini season has been just like a little ashy. Has not been, it's kind of like this weird energy, like this weird, I can't even describe it, but I do have a couple of Gemini placements that could be affected, and among other things maybe going on in the planets that could kind of like play a role, but it's been like not bad energy. It's just been like, when are things gonna just like get settled in a sense type vibe. Okay, some of the energies have been kind of weird, you know, people been kind of weird, you know. That's beautiful. I'm glad you're well, sis. All right, so let's go ahead and tap in because I want to see what's going on energetically. Spirit, do we need to like grab some wine and chill, or do we need to like make sure we're like seated in tight for wherever you're about to take us? Honestly. All right, Spirit, ground my energies. Thank you. I ask for divine wisdom and clarity, Most High God, Source, Holy Spirit, Yeshua. We come through. Our divine team, ancestors, the divine high council of angels of the Most High. Protect us no matter what space and time and energy we are, and when we watch this, that we be covered and protected. Amen. Use me as a divine vessel, Spirit, for the collective of those who are meant to receive this message, no matter where they are when they receive this message. Cast down all familiar spirits, trick the spirits and lying spirits that may try to come through and inject themselves into this reading or try to inspire the guidance and message, and if it does not come from the Most High, we bind you and we block you. You are not welcome here. Ya shoto yo shama makaya yo sotushu kamana ya ika mayasho ototu kusha yamana ikya ya shanya maha ikatai akayo no doshu tamamarana ya hakaya shoto kushe babaka naya hi minanara ro to shukaba akya maha akani ya shakata yo kotoshi. All right. Sometimes that happens when I be talking to God and the other, you know, them spirits can't hear. They can't interpret that. They can't discern it. So I have to go into tongues sometimes. Sometimes, not always. Okay. Top of the deck, Empress. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. You have two divine mother god, divine feminine energy here with the Empress and the High Priestess. So I feel a sense of protection. I'm also getting, it could be Venus energy, could be Cancer and Venus, or energy of, I'm getting like mothering, divine protection. Things are going to progress. I'm getting more so, for those of you that are watching this at the time that I'm recording this, things could shift during mid-July and further down. The return of something or blessing in an area that you feel maybe all was lost for some of you, or where you may be expecting some type of disappointment. There's some type of revitalizing resurgence of that. You have to pick and choose what energy you're going to dwell in with this. Like, what I mean by that is, are you going to dwell in the energy of pessimism, fear, doubt, worry, or are you going to be receptive and be in the state of gratitude as well? Gratitude is a very powerful energy as well to receive. Just as surrendering means, if not this, something better, or I may not know the way, but I trust that I will find the way. I may not have the answer, but I trust that I will find the solution or answer and clarity that I need, and just letting it go. That is a powerful energy and vibration to be in for shit to start moving and working. Because you could be blocking a blessing with the Four of Pentacles here, or just from seeing blessings that already exist. You know, a blessing, abundance, really, and wealth is really a state of mind as well. It is something that is, I guess, subjective to your perception. What you believe is a blessing, what you believe is abundance, what you perceive as wealth, right? Good things. So some of you guys do need to just kind of fall back in a sense, like, because the energy that I get from this is that things are protected, like it's good. However you're viewing it with the Seven of Cups in reverse, it may not be all that it seems. Like if you're looking at this from a negative perspective, like things are not working out, or they'll never work out, or it could be past energies that you, something that you could have just felt was just not going to happen. It's not going to work. Some of you could be in this energy of where you're comparing what was once was, like past situations, old seasons, old whatever, and not seeing the new. Because it's almost like Three Cups can, for some of you, like 3 is high in number in comparison to the Two of Cups, right? 3 of Cups, there's more. So your perception of abundance, like quantity does not always mean abundance. Quality can be abundance too, right? It's all about your perception. So like you could feel, oh, this didn't work out, that didn't work out, or this person and me are not cool anymore, X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be, and not seeing the blessing because it may not look like it's a lot. You see what I'm saying? But there's such a energy here of divine protection. And I feel like if you guys just kind of shift that perception of lack, or loss, or it's not happening, it's not working, you shift that, your perception of things are going to be a bit more clear, right? You're going to be able to discern more. I always encourage this. When we desire certain things, just be able to discern whether it's just a matter of divine timing, it is a matter of shifting your vibration to be in that receptive state. Do you need to surrender? Do you need to trust? Or is it a matter of something that you're wanting that ultimately isn't really of your highest good, or may not pan out to be of your highest good? There's that in question. I feel like that you might need to ponder. And then for some of you, it's like you could have very clear visions, very clear dreams. Once you shift that perception that nothing is working out, nothing will work out, and X, Y, and Z, I just keep getting like, shift the perception. Empress, why are you here, mama? Why are you here? Something about birthing out, birthing, The High Priestess, yeah, okay. I see what Spirit said. Okay. I kind of focus a little bit too much on the minors. So the energy, I feel like whatever it is that is manifesting, or that you are manifesting consciously or subconsciously manifesting something good things that you're manifesting, it is about balance and vibration. It is. I noticed the duality in some, except for the Empress, the duality in the Chariot, the Magician, and in the High Priestess. The as above, so below in this, I feel like represents, sometimes we can see the vision before we can experience it in the physical, right? We can see a thing in the spirit realm, or via our divine imagination, all of that, the things that you can sense and feel and see spiritually, but can't physically experience it, but you can experience it spiritually. Am I making sense? So all the things of the spirit, your job here, I feel like, is to step into that magician energy to bring it into the physical. So the magician energy, to me, is this process of merging the spirit and the physical realm. We all have the power and the ability and the gift to do that. Right? It's just a matter of knowing how to utilize your power. And it may not work the same way with every single manifestation or prayer or whatever. You are co-collaborating. It's like this wand in his hand, or this tool is almost like a conduit, tool to connect and charge the energy and the spirit into the physical, like making himself receptible to receive spiritual energy into the physical, if that makes sense. So in order to do that, Spirit's giving you the answer right here. It's not always going to be with the swords and the wands. Sometimes the tools that you have to utilize may not be all of the tools on the table, or maybe they're used for different things. In this instance, in this season, hopefully I'm not talking too riddle-ish, but the tools on the table that you're being given to utilize is the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So how do you utilize these tools to manifest at this time? Your energy of receptivity and gratitude. Energy of receptivity and gratitude. An open heart. A heart that believes in limitlessness, that shows gratitude and has gratitude for the divine, what you already have, the possibilities of what you can have. That's the tool, because you're not, for whatever reason, it's not necessary for you to use the swords. Maybe that's affirmations. Maybe that is petition, something with writing or the mind. The wand. It may not require physical action. Sometimes it's just shifting your vibration. Y'all catch that? Spirit, thank you for that. Hey sis, hey Tori. Yes. 4 swords, like Spirit is saying, like, we already know what you're asking for. You don't got to keep asking. You don't got to keep praying about it. You don't got to keep, you know, beating it. We know, we get it. Rest on the swords for a second. Just rest, okay? Maybe your mind, like, work on your mindset. The High Priestess is spiritual knowledge and wisdom, things that you don't got to read in a book. You don't have to experience. You just have that divine wisdom and guidance. You already know. You're tapped in. You're plugged in. And then the other side of that knowledge and wisdom is the things that you have at your disposal, things that you have experienced. Not daddy chill. What the hell is even that? For real. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. This is balance. Utilizing the spiritual tools and the experience that you have. It's not hard. Yeah, your energy right now tells me that you are divinely protected. Like, if you're thinking like you're down on your luck or some shit, or something's working against you and it's never going to work out and this and that. No, Spirit is holding space for you. And also, the High Priestess is giving me initiation spiritually. Are you even mature to handle the things that you're saying that you're ready for? Are you ready for it? Like, remember I was saying in the beginning of the reading, like, is Spirit telling us to sip and drink our wine, or is Spirit telling us to buckle up our seats? I feel like it's buckle up your seats, because Jesus is about to take the wheel. Whoever this is, Archangel Michael, I don't know, one of them is taking the wheel. Are you not only are you being asked to tap into gratitude and receptivity and change your perception, because in order to show gratitude or to have gratitude, you have to be able to see your blessing. Some people don't even see their blessings that they have right here, right now. The blessing of waking up in the morning goes over a lot of people's heads sometimes. The blessing of coming home safe after you just walked, or you just drove, or whatever, took the bus, took the plane, the blessing of coming back home, the blessing of your family being healthy and safe, and whatever, being able to use your limbs. You may not have the food that you want to eat, you may not be able to order Uber Eats, but you got some oodles and noodles that you can eat, or whatever the case may be. These could be past blessings that you overlooked, just kind of just skate past. Like, I prayed for this, I asked for this, and it came to pass, and you didn't even acknowledge it. Are you going to be a good steward of what you're asking for? Because whatever you're asking for, it could be something pretty big to you. It's probably no thing to Spirit, but it's something big to you. Nothing is too big for God. And that's the mindset that you have to have. There's nothing I can't do. And not to say like that you're a kid in a candy store and you're going to eat up all of everything and everything. That's going to like give you a sugar high, or, you know, give you a cavity or whatever. It's not to say that. Things that are going to be of your highest good, that you can have whatever it is that is truly in alignment with the highest will of your life, and or maybe other people's life as well. Do you believe that you can have just that? That there's nothing impossible or too big for God? If you can conceive it, then believe it, right? Who said that? Pharrell? That was Pharrell. I think so. I'm going to use my Divine Energy Oracle cards too. I see 2 4s here, 2 aces, so you have 111. Technically, one actually, maybe even 1111, because you have 2 aces, and then the High Priestess technically is a 2. So 2 or 222. The Empress with 3, but I'm getting 111, and then 2 4s, 444, and even the Magician, 111. Those numbers, definitely for real, yeah. It's called Ambitious by Jay-Z and Pharrell, if I'm not mistaken. Ambitious or Ambition, I think it's Ambitious. Spirit, thank you for your divine wisdom, divine guidance. Yeah, are you open to divine instructions right now? Because Spirit, like right out the gate, and I completely missed it to even, because it's like solving a math problem. Sometimes you don't start off with the first number. Sometimes you just gotta solve the problem and go back and be like, okay, wait a minute, I missed some shit. And yeah, because I could fail if I don't start how I should have started. So I should have started with the Chariot, but it all happens for a divine reason. Are you receptive to divine instructions, the divine GPS, pretty much? And they gave you the divine GPS with starting with these 2 aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, with the receptivity and the gratitude being your power tool to utilize, your 2 tools to utilize to manifest some shit. Yeah. Jesus will arrange it, but will Jesus won't change it. Yeah, we got to do it. Yeah, it's a 2-way street. That's why it's called co-creation, right? It was never a thing of you got to do it all by yourself. You have divine help. You got to just participate in that. And sometimes participation isn't taking action and micromanaging and doing this, doing that, worrying. Sometimes it's being in the right vibration, literally. Receptivity should bring you peace. That's all that God wants for you. You're not supposed to be worried about your manifestations or worried about your prayers. And I understand as a human, and trust me, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But receptivity, surrender should bring you peace. Peace in your spirit, peace in your mind, peace in your heart. It should. Some of you, so you have the staff, power and miracles of God. So this would be my symbol, I guess, Moses, the staff. It was a conduit, like here. I don't know what this thing is that he has in his hand, but you have the ability to bring it to the physical, is what Spirit is saying. You have the ability to do it. You have it in your hand to do it. The T, what's the T? Spirit already done gave you the T. Spirit already done showed it to you. I think this is like, it's not green tea. I like oolong tea too. So let's just say this is oolong tea. I don't know what the properties of it is, but relaxation, peace of mind, relax. Why? Because you've been shown, you got the premonitions. A lot of it. You get the picture. You may not know how it's going to happen. You're only seeing part of the picture. It's not a full landscape view. It's not a full panoramic. Did I say that right? Panoramic view. It's a still shot, like a small shot of it. Polaroid shot. You can't see everything. It's okay. And some of the visions that we have, they're a little outdated, meaning like based off of where we were at the time when we had these visions or these ideas, we could have been in a different space within ourselves. But that doesn't mean that the ultimate picture is not going to be manifest. So how do I explain that? Let's say you take a picture of this building that was built in 1965 and you see it in the 1965 version of it, and then fast forward, they go back and rebuild that building, or they re-innovate it or something, whatever, or open it back up. That doesn't mean that the foundation or the vision technically is still the same. It's just an upgrade, or it's telling you to come out of that outdated view of it or vision of it. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. Come out of that outdated version or vision of that. Because spirit could have something way better than that. Like, yeah, it's going to come to pass, but the way that you're viewing it or what you think it's going to look like, it's going to be 10 times better than that. I'm way ahead of you type thing. Some of you, your low self-esteem is what's causing you to not believe, not to have faith. It's almost like, I don't think I can have it, or why would I be able, you know, X, Y, and Z. I'm not good enough for that, or that doesn't make sense because this is what, no, no. No. What else? New name, new status. Hello. Hey sis, Dara. New name, new status. This is new energy. Could be a new job, could be a new job title. It could be something new, or what you used to say about yourself, or what people used to say about you. You don't adhere to that. You don't answer to that anymore. You got chosen. I just came across this video maybe like a couple hours ago or so. And the woman was talking about how people can look at a person and kind of like covet what they have. How did you get this? Why are you, you know, always so happy, or you seem to be so happy, or you seem to just like whatever, right? Or how did you get this? How did you get that? You're so lucky. You're so blessed. Not knowing the warfare or the levels that it took to get to where you are. And I'm not saying like doing shady things or stepping on other people's toes or manipulating the situation. No, going through trials and tribulations in life to get to where you are, to where you didn't give up on yourself, or you didn't give up, or you didn't lose hope, you didn't lose faith, because you're called and you kept going. Being chosen is not just like this. It's not even really about being special above other people. That's not what that means. Chosen doesn't mean like I'm better than you. It means Spirit called me and chose me for a specific thing, and with that comes responsibility. I've talked about this before. Like, chosen is not this badge of honor to brag on the next person. That's not what chosen means. That doesn't mean you're special than everybody else. That just means you have a little bit more responsibility than others. So therefore, it's a little more that comes with being chosen than just not being chosen for a thing, right? So, yeah. This is levels. So whatever this is, yeah, the king and queen mantle. So like responsibility, right? Order, wisdom, direction, integrity, right? These different things that make a king. It's not about status. It's about your qualification. It's about your stewardship. So whatever this is that you're asking for, it comes with something special, yes, requires responsibility. Some of you, this is like business, career, entrepreneurship, jobs, something like that, or it's way more than what I can describe. And you are, see, I told you, you're divinely protected. You're divinely protected. No matter whose eyes are on you, who's sitting you ill will and whatever, or whatever the fuck, excuse my language, you're divinely protected. I said that. The Empress is that mothering, divine, I got you, baby. This could be somebody's big mama right here. But you're protected. You're not going through this for naught, or whatever it is that you're stressed out and worried about. You got to look at it different, because it's not a curse. It's not, you're just bad luck and bad juju. And I don't see that. No. Nobody can fuck with what you got going on. I don't care what it looks like. Part of that, what we deem as struggles and trials and tribulations, that's part of the process for this. Kings and queens got to be qualified. Some kings and queens are chosen through birthright. Some are chosen through qualification, right? Through divine initiation. You just don't just get to be, oh, you just gonna be a king or a queen. Like, it don't work like that. yeah, spiritual blindness. Open your eyes, see the situation differently, and then, like Bruce Lee says, be like water. Be water, my friends, right? Flow. Be receptive. Again, your essence and your power. Yes. Your essence and your power will speak volumes, and power is, I chose this for a reason. Y'all know I love Sailor Moon, right? I'm sure you guys all know that. If you're not new here, you know that. The moon stick is another conduit of power, right? But the Sailor Scouts use their powers for good, to help each other, to stop the bad guys, right? So to speak. It was all about a purpose and a mission. Our power is not just for us. Our power is not to manipulate people and to do this and that, right? You know better. That's why Spirit is checking you, because, like, yeah, you got something. You got something with you. You can hurt somebody, literally. Physically, energetically, spiritually, in this timeline, in another timeline, who the fuck knows? Somebody's bloodline. You got power. How you utilize it, that's part of the initiation. Like, do you fit the qualifications? If I chose you, it's because I believe in you, right? I called you to something, it's because I believe in you. I didn't call you and to call you chosen so you can be like shitting on the next human. I'm better than you. Yeah. Jezebel and succubus spirit. How you use your power is everything. Okay? How you use your power, the power of the tongue, power of other people's tongue off of you, divine contracts. Be careful what you say out of your mouth, too. Be careful what you say and what you speak out of your mouth about yourself, about your life, how you speak about others, too. We got to be more mindful of that. It's easy to get into the spirit of gossip. It's easy to get into the spirit of, yeah, gossiping about other people's situations, their lives and things like that. Talking ill will, those aren't good things. It's not good. You know how they get us with that? They get us with like tabloids, and they get us with like celebrity gossip to make it a thing, like a normalcy, which it has become that. So it's like engaging in spectating and this and that. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't know how people can be a celebrity, because you need like the utmost like spiritual protection. Like, you need like a bad motherfucker to spiritually protect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, because you have something, yeah, you're healing. You have something that you are called to, that's meant. And it don't matter what motherfucker that tries to speak ill will over you. I don't care who it is. Some people say things out of the hatred, out of their own heart over another person. And you gotta be careful. This is what I'm getting. That's why I be checking myself before I do readings, because I want to make sure that my energy, like if I'm in a funk, or like don't do a reading at all. If I'm in a funk, if I'm in a negative headspace, don't read, don't say nothing, don't do nothing, just leave it alone. Because you can false prophesy over somebody's situation because of the energy you're in. Which is that Jezebel spirit, that Jezebel succubus energy, incubus, whatever, male or female could dwell in a Jezebel spirit and put somebody in an energy or a vibration or a mindset or whatever if they're not mindful of what they're saying. And some can do it intentionally. So I don't care what false prophecy has been spoken over you, okay? Some of it, I will say this, like some of the trials and tribulations could include accusation, gossip on you. It don't matter what they say. It does not matter. They cannot touch you. They might cause a little shakeup in your foundation if you're open and all that, but they don't have the power to stop what is already divinely meant. Nothing. Nothing. You're still healing maybe from past connections where It's part of your spiritual journey. We all have to go through it, where we go through the good and the bad, where we meet the good and the bad people, whether they meant to be bad or they intentionally meant to be bad. It's all a part of the journey. Why? So you can discern. That's going to be a part of your call, to discern energies and spirits and vibrations and people, and to trust your gut, to trust your inner guidance, trust divine. That's a part of the journey, and you might be healing from this. Some of you guys, these are things that were spoken over you, maybe as far as childhood. I say this all the time, that most people that are gifted or called and chosen, the seed to like stop the seed from growing, it starts young, to kind of get in that child's mind to think that they're not good enough, or what their gifts or their gifts, their divine power that they've been given, their talents are either unobtainable, or it's demonic, or something to capitalize off of the child, to feed off of it and dictate it, when it's God's gift to you, not somebody else. Just because you birthed me don't mean that you get to capitalize off of my gifts or my talents or whatever might have happened to you, or that you have, so much power that you can speak over because you're jealous, you see something that you don't have. I don't care who this Jezebel spirit is. This is a part of your healing. This is a part of your initiation. Yeah, loose this. And this could be part of it. The poverty mindset of this Jezebel spirit, because they don't believe, because they don't have, or they don't think that they can have. That has nothing to do with you. And it could be projected onto you. Or this could be something that sprouted from your view of things. How you seen other people's lives to be around you, and you took that and said, well, I guess it ain't gonna happen for me. It ain't meant, I guess. I can't have this. I can't have that. Get rid of that. Matthew 6:10, soul ties. As it is as it is on earth, as it is in heaven, that as above, so below. Soul ties. You have so many blessings stored up, but there might be things that you need to cut out of your life. I'm not going to get into the whole love situation. Lord, we ain't doing it. I don't feel like it today. That's just going to add another additional like 30, 40 minutes onto the reading, and I cannot. At this time, I don't feel like it. Some of y'all got soul ties, romantic soul ties that you need to let go of, and it's blocking your blessings. Not just blocking your blessings and love, but blocking like your purpose and your fulfillment. Being tied up to the wrong person or the wrong people in general, not just romantically, but I do get a romantic energy from this. It is a slow death to your purpose and calling. Take care of yourself, okay? Nurture, water yourself. Speak that life back into that flower that may, y'all know, if y'all plant mamas and daddies, y'all know. Speaking love over your plants, talking to them, singing to them, giving them names, and showing, because they're living things. So just like you have a vibrational aura and energy, so do they. So speak to yourself. Think of yourself as a delicate, beautiful flower, a plant, whatever, herb, what have you. Speak over yourself daily. Speak all those things over yourself, or speak against those things that were spoken over you, those negative things that tried to kill the seed. Speak the opposite, the positive of you know what I'm saying. My God, I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying. So if somebody told you you ain't shit, you're never going to be shit, what do you say? I am somebody. God called me. I'm chosen. I'm purposeful. I'm living. I'm here. So that means I have a divine purpose. It's just an example. You're stupid. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You're not that smart. Nope. My voice is powerful. My voice has the power to heal. My voice has the power to shed love, to shed light. I Alright. I think we're back. Okay. No, it wasn't no Jesus. It was my dad. It was just another distraction. That's all that was. But the sound's back. No, what I was saying is what I was getting from the Ace of Cups, surrender to receive. So what I mean by that is if you can't find the solution in what it is that's troubling you right now, give it to spirit, give it to source God, give it to your divine team. Like, okay, I can't figure it out right now, but I trust that the best outcome will surface. The solution, the clarity, the whatever next logical step, whatever it is, it's going to come to me. I'm not going to keep pressing it. If it's not presenting itself to me, if it's not working out, it's because it's not meant to, or it's not meant to right now. It's just, that is the divine trust that you got to have. Let it go. Surrender. This is your white flag telling you to surrender. Yeah. No more hotline bling. We ain't answering those type of calls no more, okay? Because, yeah, when that hotline bling, that means it can only be one thing, and it ain't a good thing, okay? So, if it ain't spirit calling you, look, monitoring spirits at the bottom of the deck. We ain't got nothing to talk about. What do you want? Spiritual test was at the bottom of the deck, so that's all. That's all this is. Not forgive me what for I said. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that because I feel like we can just go on and on and on and on and on and on. We're gonna have to talk about them soul ties another time, Lord Jesus, because like I just have this feeling that that's just gonna be too long. You know, when we go into the love reads, how that gets. You know. Y'all know. Maybe some other time. Look, I'm just like, I want to do it now. My dad is a worrier. Like he always worries about shit. So if nobody answers the phone, then it's like, oh, something. Like he thinks the worst case scenario. And I know that that's where I get it from. And that's a live example. That is a live example of what I was saying, how, not calling him a Jezebel spirit, but how sometimes people can put their energy and prophesy over you with that energy into your own life. And you got to break that off of you. Soul ties. Spirit, what are these soul ties that you speak of? I don't want no interference, spirit. Y'all probably gonna be like, this bitch talking. I have to, because I did it. I was doing while I was shuffling the beginning. I had to talk in my holy language, as I call it. People call it light language and the tongues and all that. I just call it holy language because it's just between me and God and the spirit. So I'm going to, because I don't know. I hate when stuff like that happens. Like, okay, just because a call came in, why did that knock my sound out? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Spirit. Shoto ushapaba mana hi nanara ya koto ushu hika mayakata yo namara ya namasha yoro to shumama ki naya shukoto shukabakata yo nama aki ya kata to ushuto mama akara ko o manana I ya shata ko o ya namara no no shukoto shubakata ya kane. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody you need to lose out of your life. There's somebody that you need to cut cords with. You got the Five of Swords in reverse with the Page of Swords, King of Cups, Justice. Like your spiritual team, I feel like this is something you already know. And this could also talk about a spiritual contract as well. Justice card. Justice card is Libra energy. Libra rules the 7th house of marriage, partnership, spiritual contracts. Could be literal contracts as well. Marriages, legal matters, things like that. I feel like these are spiritual legalities as well. Not to get too deep, but certain connections, there's an essence that is connected to it, right? So when you're dealing with the person that, let's say a familiar connection, a lot of people say this person feels familiar to me, or you keep dating the same person in different bodies, or they all look alike or some shit, or you find some type of correlation like this dude remind me of this dude and that dude, or this woman remind me of this woman and blah, 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 right? Familiar spirits. If y'all know anything about spirits, demons, familiar spirits, there's different types. There's succubuses, incubuses, there's different levels of that. They can run in packs. They can connect with each other spiritually, right? Just as you have an angelic force, a legions of angels that do X, Y, and Z. They might have different orders and levels. They might have different duties that they are acquired of, but they all are under one allegiance, which is divine source God, the creator, right? So demons have allegiances too. So if you get in a familiar connection with someone that is not of your highest good, and there's a familiar spirit such as some people, it could be a yoke of sexual deviance, where the only thing you have in common is how good your sex is, and then you're under that thinking that it's just sex and it's just, it feels good, but it's a spiritual tie there. Your spirits are colliding. Sometimes it's trauma bonding. So what I hear legalities, it's a little deep. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to do the whole thing, but I was like, nah, I'm going to do it. Hey sis. I'm glad you caught me live. How are you? So yeah, I feel there's somebody that you have a soul tie to that you need to cut cords with. This person may not even be in your life anymore or something. It's like there's, some of you guys are maybe yeah, because that's what I was getting. Like, you know that you need to cut this person out. You know who it is, but you haven't actually cut them out in a way that maybe you're guided or led to. Let's keep going. This may not be somebody that you want to be with at all. It could just be like that familiarity, or that, I don't know, just like what you've known for so long. You're welcome. So when you break up with the person the proper way, spiritually, you unyoke yourself from that spirit too. Otherwise, if you don't resolve it, that's why you keep running into these same, you keep locking yourself into those same connections again, where you keep going through the same situations. It's not always because, oh, I didn't learn my lesson. Sometimes it is a matter of healing and working through whatever you need to work on within yourself. But most of the time, it's a spiritual tie there. And you're still connected. You haven't healed that part of yourself that is yoked to that familiar spirit. You're going to keep running into those same spiritual lessons and experiences again and again and again until you break that off of you. And therefore, you're not even going to look twice at that person. It's not even going to be, you're not even going to be attracted to them at all. Not even attracted. No, there's just 3. I'm reading it like this. So technically, no, there's actually 2 in reverse. There's only 2 in reverses. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. The 2 5s, 5, 5, 5. There is some type of karmic tie. It is. There's some type of trauma bond as well. It's like, This person, you have an emotional attachment to this person. This person makes you feel something. Oh, you said the fives. Oh, I see what you're saying, sis. I see what you're saying. The 2 5s. I got you. It's like a feeling that you get from this person. It validates something for you, or you feel validated. So Spirit is funny. Okay, I'm going back to the previous cards that we got, where I was picking up like the seed not being spoken life into, or times where maybe you felt like you were spoken over to in a negative way, that you were told you can't do this, X, Y, and Z. Like, you get that validation. And a lot of times people find validation through their partners, or I should say they seek validation through their partners. That familiar spirit within this person, within you, it could work opposite sometimes, but it's still a marriage, spiritually, a marriage. I want y'all to understand that. I'm trying to explain this in a way that makes sense. Some of you guys get what I'm saying and you understand it. You understand like how spirits work. Some of you, this is like, what the fuck are you talking about? So let me explain this. When, let's say there's a spirit of depression, right? On a person. The spirit of depression can become cousins or friends, or get married to the spirit of anxiety, the spirit of suicide, the spirit of mutilation, murder. It can lead to different things, right? Those things, if you've watched Inside, if you ever seen the Disney movie Inside Out, or is it a Disney movie? I think it's a Disney Pixar movie. If you've ever watched that, that's like the kiddie version, but like also deep enough for an adult to get it and understand it. That feelings and emotions are vibrations, aka, or they're spirits too. So like in this instance, just because I deal with depression doesn't mean that I can't get along with the spirit of anxiety, right? They go hand in hand. They're lower vibrations. You see what I'm saying? Inside Out 2 just came out. Yeah. So with this person, if it's validation, it can manifest different ways, right? With this person, their validation could come from someone giving, someone chasing after them without giving a damn thing. And for you, your validation could come from someone needing you versus wanting you. Because maybe you never felt needed or good enough. This person could have also felt like they were not worthy of being wanted by anybody. So it can go hand in hand, different ways. That spirit of insecurity can manifest itself in different ways. And sometimes it's just so undercover and so sneaky. If you don't have that discernment, or you haven't tapped into that level of discernment yet, it's so sneaky. You really got to know yourself and check in with yourself to like get it. Or it will just like, a lot of people are in spiritual soul ties and contracts with people based off of their traumas and these spiritual energies. It's that simple. A lot of people, and don't even know it. Because it doesn't seem as bad or as sinister. It can like slide over the radar if you're not paying attention. So it's like you got to go back to square one and validate that inner child inside of yourself that didn't feel that way. Because I guarantee you this, I promise you this, and I'm gonna sit with myself and soul search and do this very thing too. Why am I repeating the same cycles with the same type of people and situations, and men or women? You're going to find it when you go back to that root of yourself, that inner child part of yourself that didn't get something that it is seeking right now as an adult. And then you find what that spirit is and you break covenant with it. Break covenant with it. I break the covenant of this, the spirit of this, the spirit of that. I guarantee you, the type of people that you used to be attracted to, they're either not going to come around no more, or you're not even going to see that type of person appealing or attractive anymore if they try to approach you, because they will approach you. Anytime you do a spiritual cleanse on yourself, you break something off, oh yeah, the devil lurks right back. It's going to try to, it's like wearing a white t-shirt. This is why I say, this is another metaphor that Spirit gave me. When you wear a white t-shirt or white clothing, it's almost a guarantee that something's going to get on it, right? Something's going to get on it. So when you do your spiritual clearing and your work, it's almost like you have to be more discerning of how you move. And not saying that you can't live your life, but you're just more conscious aware. You're just more discerning of what you allow in your space and where you go. You don't want to get your clothes dirty. So moving forward, when you do that cleanse, guarantee some dirty something or somebody is going to try you. That's just how it is. But it's up to you when this approaches you, because it will. And it might still be a little bit enticing, a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe. Two of Pentacles, I'm going to choose where I invest my energy this time, because the energy is a boomerang effect. If I invest my energy in toxic relationships or these trauma bonds, I'm going to get the same karmic result. If I invest in doing something different, this type of guy, this type of woman is not really my type. They're attractive, but it's not what I'm used to. It's not what I'm familiar with. Be careful not to settle, because that could be the trick as well, too. Is it might not come in the same form of that spirit you just broke ties with, but it could come into something that seems comfortable and feels safe. If you don't feel led to it, and it's not just a matter of immaturity of like, I'm used to the fuckboys, but here's somebody that's really showing up. There's a difference between a person that is showing up that is for you, or someone that's just showing up because they're a good man, good woman. That doesn't mean that they're your good man or good woman. So you have to be able to discern that too. Okay? I hope I'm making sense. What you paying your energy to? Like, that goes back to the karmic result that you get. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a breakthrough for somebody. It is. What you receive, you're going to get your, I'm telling you, you're going to get your blessing. Because why? You had to go through this. You had to. How would you know? How would you be able to discern if you didn't? If life was just like this fairy tale that everything just works out for you, you would not withstand anything. You would never know or learn any fucking thing. Ever. Ever. You would never know. So you have to go through the faulty foundation sometimes in order to get it. In order to get the rebuilding. Remember that spirit? Remember I was talking about that architecture or whatever. The building structure that I was talking about. You knew it to be one way in 1965. It's an outdated thing. This is something that was just dated. It had to be destroyed to be renewed and rebuild up to something better. That doesn't mean that the thing that you desire, that you want, doesn't exist. It's not in the way that is best for you. It's outdated. You might have wanted different things when you were younger. You wanted somebody that was just cute, that had a pearly white smile, that dressed good, smelled good, or had a big booty. That's all you required of that person. Now that you're an adult, you want somebody that's got some sense, somebody that you can really vibe with and resonate with, you see longevity with. Are we on the same page? Your level of thinking and desire is more refined and more mature. And it may be beyond what your human self can conceive. So when the right thing comes, you'll be receptive. You're not going to have all the answers, but you're like, this is something new and improved, and I can't wait to see what it's about and learn all of the new things that this thing comes with. It's new and improved. I've never experienced this before, but I know it's good for me. I'm going to walk through this building and I'm going to enjoy the perks of all these new things that it comes with. It's beyond what you can fathom. Prophecy is told in parts. Spirit will reveal certain things to you, but they may not reveal the all until you get there. Then it makes sense. But your discernment is going to help you to see that the foundation of wanting a partner, that's going to manifest. It's just in a refined way. It's not the 15-year-old or 25-year-old or the 21-year-old or 19-year-old you that said, this is all I want in a partner. You want a partner. You've always wanted a partner. You always wanted love or a connection, but your reasoning and your desire of it was outdated. Fast forward now, that foundation of a partnership and love, it exists, but it's refined. It's improved. It is state of the art. It is like beyond what you were ready for. In 1965, you could never fathom what this structure would look like in 2024. You might have had an idea of some things, but some of the tools and the electricity and the internet thing, like you couldn't be able to put all of that together. Back then, it was just a fathom or thought, or not even something like, yeah, I can see lights like this, but we don't have the technology in this day and time to create a light structure like this. Fast forward, you do. All right, we done. We done. Yeah, I promise. Look, 2 of Cups at the top. I promise you, like, in this lifetime, I'll say this. For those of you that really are called to do the work and you do it, or you continuously do your work, because you've probably already been working through this. This is just confirmation. You're going to have that love that you desire, truthfully, like your soul. It's going to just yoke itself flawlessly, I promise. Like, it's nothing. It is nothing to spirit. Like, it is not too hard. It is not a fairy tale, a fantasy that cannot come true or happen. It is real. It's healthy. It's grounded on the right things. It's a equally yoked situation. Okay? Could be something with Leo energy, Leo season. Could be something with just the Lion of Judah could resonate for some of you as well. Could be Rastafarian. That could be something. I don't know. The emergence. Some of you guys believe in, I don't know. Some of you guys could be Hebrew Israelites or something. Something with Judah. The Lion of Judah for some of you. Or a lion. The lion is powerful. It represents the Christ. Both of you, both of you, your person is really for you. The reason why this connection gonna be a heavy hitter and be powerful is because both of you guys went through your trials and tribulations, and it's a different type of bond. It's not like a trauma bond of people that are in their trauma and they're just connecting, but people that have worked through their trauma have. I hear Chaka Khan's through the fire, but not like in that occultic, cult, Luciferian cult type fire, like initiations, but like the spiritual fire, that the test that God put you through, not what man in textbooks and this is the order of what we do. Not talking about that shit. That's falsehood. I'm talking about spiritual fire before you even came here, like called to go through certain things because you guys are going to come together. Remember the King and Queen Mantle card. I feel like it still could be the Queen Mantle for those of you that are walking in feminine energy, female bodies as well, male bodies and masculine energy. That King Mantle, I said that wrong. Sorry, Spirit. Queen energy. Regardless if you associate yourself as a gay man or not, you would still be qualified as a king. Regardless if you qualify yourself as a gay woman, you're still going to be qualified as a queen mantle. That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm not going to shape it and mold it and all of that. You could take it if it resonates, if it doesn't. If it offends you, I'm sorry. That's just how I'm getting it. That purpose, that call that was always yours, it is going to connect, collide with the right person. Because the false connections, the counterfeit connections, their marriage is not a spiritual marriage of divine spirit. It's a spirit, legalities and lower vibrational energies, to be quite frank, demonic energies yoking themselves together and marrying and walking in legions and to keep you in that cycle and keep you stuck. Once you break those marriages and contracts off with those spirits and those people connected to it, ask spirit, if you don't know what that is, spirit, give me the first thing that comes to mind. The word that might come up is certain fetishes that you have. And some of them fetishes you have, they're not something that you really get off to. It's in your mind. Some of it is things that you like pain, and it might not be because you really like pain. It's coming from trauma. It gives you power, or it gives that spirit power. It makes you think that you're in control and in power and in pleasure because you've been through pain before. You've been abused as a child. So in your mind, I'm taking my power back. No, baby. You're trauma bonding. I don't know who that was for, but nah, you don't like that shit. It's in your mind thinking that you're getting your power back and this feels good to you. No, you've been accustomed to pain, mutilation and all that. Fuck no. No, you don't like that shit. You don't really like it. No. There's so much shit in culture that we like just go along with and don't even think about it too deeply. Oh, I'm into this and I'm into that. Why are you into that though? Why are you really into that? Ask yourself that. Why is that man or that woman only getting off when you do X, Y, and Z? Like, ask yourself these questions. And then I would suggest don't even sleep with that motherfucker no more. Ask spirit to reveal to you what are these familiar spirits, what are these trauma bonds, whatever. Give them, because it's good to have a name so you can call those out and break covenant and break tie with it. Y'all might think, some of y'all know, like y'all know. You really do this, you really about this, you know where y'all know. But for those of you that might be like unaware of these things and just now hearing it for the first time, or if you're someone that's a spectator and you don't get it or you just don't believe it, I would encourage you when you really like break that pride off of you, or ask spirit to open your eyes, because this is going to help you. It's going to stop that cycle of dating the same person, sleeping with the same person, marrying the same person, wash and go, do it all over again. This is going to break that off of you. The real marriage is between two people that don't have that shit on them. They're not walking in that anymore. They've overcome that. They've broken ties with that. This is pure. I come to give and receive. I'm not coming to take from you. I'm not coming to latch on and attach myself to you. That's not how it works. That's not how love works. Love is not an attachment, it's connection. Yeah. Saturn, my Saturn. Yeah. Saturn within itself is just like a heavy energy too. 8 of Cups was in reverse. Yeah. Anybody that's ever gone through spiritual deliverance, just as a heads up, it might sound like spiritual woo-woo and freaky and all that. No. I've had to work through it myself. It's not as intense as it probably would be if someone else was to work through it with me. But you might throw up. You might cry. You might shit. You might there's levels of purging, and sometimes when these things don't want to be released, they don't want to go, you get very irritated, you get upset with yourself, or you get mad, or if someone else is helping you like with this deliverance of whatever these things are, you might lash out at this person. How do I know this? Because I've seen deliverances in real time. I've watched deliverances and I've gone through it myself. With myself. I remember I did like a cleansing of my yoni, and I had a lot of clearing down there. Not to give too much away. Yeah, and like what sis said, I'm not gonna repeat what she said, but it's in the chat. That happened too. So when you release yourself of that, you know that it's coming out. Like it has to purge itself out. I say all this because it's not like just to be out here just ooh, spiritual. This is I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm not here to sound like this, oh, I just know. Like I know everything. No, to help somebody, cuz the shit is real. Like I'm telling you in real time, like I've seen spirit manifestations on people. And then it's not for everybody because it can be scary if you're not prepared or you don't understand what's happening with the person or happening with you. But like, if it's really a spirit that doesn't want to leave, or it's been with you, let's say since you were a child, it's not going to want to go so easy. It's going to, and then like I said, if it's connected to another spirit that's like-minded with it, because that does happen, you're not just fighting that one, but the others that want to stay with it. And you got to send those things back to the abyss where they came from. So it doesn't latch onto you to where, or it doesn't latch onto, you know, other people. It's a whole thing. I don't even feel comfortable sharing that because I want people to do their research, not be scared, because you cannot be scared when dealing with spiritual work. Spiritual work is not what you see on TikTok and Instagram where they just post themselves taking spiritual baths with crystals and flowers and writing in journals and burning, you know, burning the sage. And it's not this little corny, it's not that. It's not. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's not. Some levels, you know, certain things do have those, you know, do require things that aren't that in depth. To where, and not saying that journaling can't be deep or spiritual baths cannot be deep, but like the cute stuff that get commercialized on social media, and like these, you know, these so-called spiritual people that come in and it's like real cute and Disney stuff and it's an aesthetic. No, spiritual work is groundwork. Why do you think a lot of healing placements are like real heavy hitter planets? Because it's real work. You cannot be scared. Cannot be scared. You cannot be just stuck in this fallacy that spirituality is just this one-sided thing. It's not that. A lot of people are misled into thinking that spirituality is just this love and light community. Like, stop that. That's bullshit. And that's why a lot of people are just, they're stuck in fantasies. Stuck in this world of just delusion and limerence. Like, stop. No. If you really want to do the spiritual work, it is going to require for you to get your hands dirty. And what I mean by that is like to dig up in the roots of the dirt with your bare hands and pull them roots out, spiritually speaking. You cannot sit here and plant flowers and water them. Oh, this is so cute. And there's roots all up under there. It's going to kill your roots, or kill you're not even, your flower, the seeds that you're planting are not going to grow in that foundation. You have to do this. You have to do the work. You have to. If you need help, there's spiritual counselors. There's, if you still go to church, that, you know, find the right people that can help you. Get a therapist that you know is really for you and has your best intentions or whatever. Like, you don't got to do it all by yourself. No, but it starts with you though. You're just going to get stuck in a cycle until you like see what's up. You see what's really real, what's really going on with you. You're going to be stuck. Sex is not just some frivolous thing, just getting involved. Like, every person you meet is either here to edify you or destroy you. whether that is in their intentions, they're consciously aware of it or not. If the person is unhealed to the degree that they too are not conscious of their actions, they're just as destructive as a person that knows that they're toxic and is destructive purposely and intentfully. They're just as dangerous. Love yourself. Love yourself means you care about your future. That's part of self-love. You care about your future. You care about your wellness. Nothing is ever going to change by you doing the same shit. A crystal is not the end-all be-all of your healing. Burning a candle is not the end-all of your healing. Some TikTok witch thing with an orange peel and a cinnamon bun, whatever the fuck people be doing. Whatever. I'm just saying. I'm just being goofy at this point. That's not going to help you. Some people's magic and work and all of that ain't working because they're either trying to manifest the wrong thing, their intentions are not right, or their energy's not open and receptive to that thing to flow. You're not going to manifest a divine partner or counterpart if you have something blocking that. Not community college magic. I'm weak. I'm fucking weak. What's the community college to the fucking, what was, I can't even think, the school that Harry Potter and them went to, like, and some people, it's not even about what you know and who you know in a book. Some of that shit just, it comes naturally to you. You just know what to do. Spirit, divine source, God will just help you and work through you. Hogwarts, yeah. You don't got to read no book. You don't got to look to no TikTok bitch or Instagram bitch to tell you, like, or get some book. You don't got to do all that. Some of it is helpful. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that every single person that posts on TikTok or whatever, or just, no. But, because a lot of people don't have discernment to tell what's for them and what's not, or what's real and what's not. It's just like, I just click on everything and I just watch this and I just like this and I just, like, no. Like, have some spiritual ground, please. Please. Have some spiritual ground. Please. And if you call yourself an empath and you're chosen and you're a goddess and you're this, you're that, then why are you dating peasants that live underground in Fraggle Rock? Like, why are you dating treasure trolls with no treasure? Like, you are supposed to be in an alignment with somebody that is on the same vibration that is going to be able to be an extension to you and vice versa. If you're going to date a peasant as a goddess, he just going, what you going to do? What you going to try to make him an emperor? Like, you can't just make somebody if they ain't, you know, you can't just, this jester over here, take off those little curled up shoes and take that bell hat off and put on this suit, and he ain't going to know what to do with it because he's going to sit in the throne and have no type of wisdom, no type of direction. They're senseless. They're stupid. That's not going to work. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. It's not. Two different vibrations, two different purposes, two different gifts, talents, calls, whatever, responsibilities, or the lack thereof responsibilities with a joker, jester, whatever. It's not going to work. Why would you do that? That's not goddess behavior. That's not empress behavior. That's like what are you doing? And why would you do that? Because you don't know that you're really an empress or a goddess. That's why you would do it, because you don't know that about yourself. You don't know yourself or see yourself like that. So that's why you would settle. If you knew who in the fuck who you were, you wouldn't settle for anything in life. Not just with love. You would not fucking settle for less than anything than what you deserve. What you deserve may not come with a flashy car and a whole bunch of money. It might be something that comes later, but a person's heart, the job or the career that's for you, or the people that's for you, it may not be this extra perfect thing, but you know that it's for you because you don't have to compromise yourself to have it and to get it. and to make it like love spells. Oh, I want this person to love me. If you got to do that, if you got to do something to make somebody like you or love you, I know TikTok make it look cute, make it look easy. Oh, he was so obsessed with me. Why would you want somebody obsessed with you? That's kind of scary. Like, I get it. You want somebody to be enamored by you, but obsessed is like scary. Like, you want a robot, sis? You want like a walking zombie that's just like obsessed in the world around you? There's something wrong with you. There's something within you that needs to be some healing there. There needs to be some healing there. Do you like you? Yes. Do you like you? Because you want somebody to like you and to love you, but do you like you and do you love you? Going back, I'm not judging anybody because I didn't try to manifest some exes, and yeah, it might have worked. Okay, I manifested my ex back, but it didn't work and it didn't stick because we weren't supposed to be together. If I would have did the work to see that we're just not a match, we're not good for each other, I wouldn't even be trying to manifest him back. I learned my lesson with that. Manifest yourself. Manifest your highest, best self, or a self that you really love. Not based off of how you look solely. Don't base it off of that. Yes, love how you look, but don't base it. Don't let that be the foundation. How you look and what you have. Who likes you and who doesn't. Base your self-love off of, do you like who you are as a person? If you're going to do a love spell, manifest yourself. I had this conversation with a coworker of mine the other day. Literally, we just had this conversation where she said a lot of young girls, this is what she said, a lot of young girls come in asking to do love spells, and how do they do it, and what candles can I use for a love spell, or I'm trying to do a love spell on dude. Young girls. That's why I'm like, TikTok, you got your good, and then you got your bad, or whatever they're watching. TikTok is like really bad with the spell work, and I just like, this is so irresponsible to post this type of shit on here because you want clicks and views or whatever your agenda is. Like, you're careless. Like, you're not really about this, because if you really were about this, you would be more careful with your craft, or with your gifts, your abilities, your magic. You'd be way more responsible. You would let people know this is what's up. Like, if you're going to do this, this is the consequence. Or better yet, I wouldn't encourage you to do the motherfucking spell. But yeah, this type of stuff does exist and it can work. But why do you, like, my thing is, why? It's going to backfire. If it's not for you, if it doesn't backfire immediately, like, be lucky if it doesn't work at all. Like, be grateful that it didn't work at all if you tried. And if it did work, I don't want to say this because it's so morbid, but a lot of these women that you see being abused and unalived by certain men is because they tried to yoke themselves to a man that they had no business. And a lot of these men, if you look in their eyes, any man that could do that to his baby mom or his girlfriend or his wife, their kids, their family, is demonic. And if you look at those men in the eyes, like you look at their mugshots and stuff, you can see that they're not there. So it's like, why would you even, why? And love spells don't even necessarily have to be candles and incantations. Sometimes it's with blood, period blood. Sometimes it's through sexual acts. Just different shit. And if you got that type of vibe, that type of energy, like you that bitch, like spiritually, energetically, like you got that energy, you don't got to do all of that. You're going to attract people regardless, but it's up to you to discern who gets to experience your energy. Because not every lurker, not every approacher, admirer is worth your time. If you got that thing, you got that energy, you're going to attract people regardless. You don't got to do no fucking spell. And if you don't know that you got it, then you better tap into it. Like, what you doing? Like, you don't got to do all of that. You really don't. It's nonsense. You are the spell. And not to say like just like doing things to hurt people, but your energy is going to attract people magnetically because that's you got that thing. You don't have to do that. If they're not interested, fuck them. They're not for you. Some people have to learn the hard way. You don't have to do all that. Promise. Trust me. You don't have to do that. Yeah, because I sure did. Like, I tried to, like I said, in all transparency, I tried to manifest one of my exes. And yeah, he came back. We talked and blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about moving and leaving. I was like, fuck. Like, it just wasn't meant to be. It was still some type of, it just wasn't meant to work out. Why would you want that? Like, force yourself to manifest something that's not for you, you know? You don't have to do that. It's going to happen how it's supposed to. If it's meant to be, it's going to happen. You don't have to force that to happen. Okay? You want someone to love you freely. And some people don't understand that concept because this is the thing about love spells that I want to almost skip this. When we talk about ancient spells, a lot of times, at least from the indigenous women of America or black women, or just maybe even other ethnicities, like when they did those things, it wasn't because they were trying to attract a man in a sense of like romantic love. A lot of it stemmed from survival. Some of it was messy, yes, like other women, you know, men, you know, the grandpas that had like all these different wives and kids and baby mamas around the neighborhood and stuff, like laying his hat, wherever he laid his hat was his home type people, type grandpas. Some of the grandmas wasn't having that, so they was like, you know what, like, this is my husband. Like, Walter is my husband, okay? I don't know who you this Walter is my husband, okay? He is not your husband, okay? So, I don't know what Miss Mabel is doing, but Walter's my husband, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna cook that good spaghetti I'm gonna whip it up real quick. I'm gonna make that gumbo, and I'll put that, you know what, in there, my little, you know, my lady time monthly dot thing in there. And I'm gonna keep his ass. I'm gonna make a honey jar on his ass. Like, he ain't acting right. I need a little more money. Like, not saying that it's good, but what y'all doing is like, it's not better, but it's, you guys are taking it from a place of desperation. And I want someone to love me and to like me. And from that point, you gotta ask yourself, why do you need that? Because what you're going to do is, if it works, you're going to manifest that connection that is based off of neediness and desperation and validation, and it's not going to be healthy. Yeah, you're manipulating free will. So the Mabel and Walter example, like, not saying that that's good, but just like know that a lot of the things that our ancestors were doing, or some of our ancestors were doing, was based off of survival. To have a man in the home represented stability and bills paid at that time. It wasn't, oh, you gotta love me. No. Mm-mm. And maybe in some cases was. I do believe that self-love and lack of self-worth just, you know, it's been around. It just is what it is. But manifest yourself. When you manifest that self that you love, you're going to attract a person that's going to love that you are, that true you that you are, rather than faking it and forcing it, you know? I hope I was able to help. I hope I was able to help somebody. Yeah. That was a lot, y'all. Damn. I told you, I said that if I do this, love portion that I'm picking up that energy. I'm going to be on here for a very long time. I just knew it. But it's okay, because I feel like it needed to be said. I feel like it needed to be, you know, it needed to come through, you know. On this good Saturday, you know, we can pray and hope and wish for the best, but to try to manipulate free will, it's a difference between wanting something and being open to, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, something more aligned with me or better or best suited for me is going to come, versus being like, it's gotta be this, I'm gonna do all of this to make it happen. No, because spirit will, if it's a true connection, it's gonna align how it's supposed to. It might be some moments where things don't move. Like going back to the beginning of our reading, 11:11, there's love. Thank you, spirit. I love confirmation. If it's 11 views and 11 likes, now it's 13. 13 is a dope number too. Hey, Mina, how are you, sis? It's going to align, and yes, there's going to be times where you have to surrender, or, you know, it's not going to just all happen when you want it and how you want it, right? Because spirit will reveal things to you like, this is meant to be, this is going to happen. And if spirit does reveal to you that something is for you, or your person's like this, or this possibly could be your person, you don't got to do witchcraft and spell work on nobody. You don't have to do that. You don't. You just don't. You don't got to do that. If it's divinely ordained, it's going to happen. It is. It's just going to happen. Stay open. Stay in gratitude. Don't forget, do your homework. I know for some of you it's like, that's a lot. But start off slow. Start off gradually. How, you know, in your own pace. Do not try to do any spiritual work on yourself in a place of fear, in a place of desperation, spiritual psychosis. I pray that none of that energy is on here at all. Like, nobody with spiritual psychosis. I pray that that's not going on with anybody. God forbid that. Yeah, because the spiritual room is real. It's not for you guys, like, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the concepts of spirits and demonic energy and stuff. It's not for you to get paranoid and start getting fanatical and everything or everybody's working against you. Like, no. Ground yourself, please, okay? For real. Go outside in nature, ground your feet, you know. Put your feet in the dirt and know that God loves you. Okay? I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for joining the live. Okay? I send much love to you guys as always. I'm praying for the best that I know is yet to come for you. May you receive your best, your highest and best. But yeah, it's confirmation, because when I looked up, it was 11 views and 11 likes, but now it's 12 likes. I appreciate the extra likes, y'all. 12. It's like double digits. Yeah, I pray, but not even that. Like, yes, I pray for that. Yes, that balance will come in your lives, but I know it will. If you really, 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 like, do what you need to do. For some of us, we've been doing the work and the walking the walk. But there's things that, you know, at times where we don't know certain things, where we do have to go back and just be okay with learning, taking things in, being in solitude, not trying to force or rush anything or to need to know everything, and just be present and be like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to focus on. This is what I need to hear. This is what I need to, you know, let go of or embrace more of this. Like, in pace, in natural flow and order. That's all it really is about, you know? So don't be a slave to those spirits. Like, break them things off of you, you know, because you got something big, you know? You have something great. You are big. You are great. You are a manifestation of God's work, and a unique work. We all are. We all have our unique paths and purposes and beautiful extensions that we can add to this planet and this earth. So be that, embody that, and you will attract the right things and the right people to you just by walking in that divine essence. And if you don't know where to find it, go within yourself, seek God about it, your divine team. And yeah, much love as always. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until next read. Oh, and if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, if it's not too heavy for you, you guys can book your personal readings on my website. I do phone readings. I do audio recorded readings as well. I also have a Patreon with exclusive readings. I do I do weekly readings, and I do weekly love readings. And I also have some celebrity cold case, celebrity mysterious death reads that I do as well, erotic reads, and maybe some more things, you know, along the way. We'll just keep extending. So if you guys are interested, my Patreon, I'll leave all my stuff in the description. Thank you guys so much. And as always,